Namaskaram. We have just done a AHA session, Ask Him Anything, where these guys have asked me a lot of questions. Very sensible, some of them tough, but yes. Now it's my turn to ask some questions to these guys and see how it goes. So, to begin with, the latest in the town, Harsha. So, that message, both of us were quite happy with that message. I would say it defeated a particular objective of HLS in terms of a particular metric. Okay. But having said that, we still were impressed, although it was not meeting the deal which we thought of. What made you fight for HLS? Like, it wasn't easy. Again, it wasn't. Now, let's remove the difficulty part from HLS side. But from your side, it was not. Even that was not easy. So why did you fight so hard for HLS?
So, I had so many questions in my mind, and someone who can read minds, I wanted to go to that person. Plus, if something is, one time opportunity in life, I want to grab that. And plus, I have a mind which thinks beyond things, but it is not validated at my place. So because of which I feel like either it's me wrong somewhere or it's the environment.
Yeah.
When I came to COE Hyderabad, I felt like it's the environment, not me. Also, there are two more mentors I look up to. So I have three mentors in my life. You is one. So three of them are in line. Their thoughts are aligned. So I get validation from that place, but I don't have one-on-one access to that. I have it to you. So that's why I had to make it fight. I have to. If I want something, I just fight it out. At my home, it was like me standing here, parents and family standing there. It was hard, but I made it.
She fought for a different reason though. Yeah.
నేను ఎందుకు వస్తున్నా ప్రతిసారి డిస్కషన్లోకి
Burning for you, you went through a lot of things in life, and after all of that, was it easy to trust one more person and one more ecosystem? Like,
so initially, I would say it wasn't easy, but something actually, like, there are certain things where you go by gut feeling. And I think if you remember during exams, like the exams have not even completed, like I remember I was telling my mom was like, go call. I actually coaxed the call. That's because I'm like, something told me like, no, something might happen. And the moment I've come here, I spoke to you and went back, convinced my father. I was very sure this is a place. And I don't know, sir, I feel like you have that ability to read through people's mind and answer what you're looking for. That's what I was looking for, a lot of answers to my questions, and without even me asking, you've actually answered. So I was very sure. Even now, I'm very sure. If I'm here, I'll clear. As simple as that. So, yes.
Vamshika, so all the way from Delhi. After the initial call, there was a difference in terms of the expectation versus the reality in a way. After that, what changed and how were you able to take that decision?
Like between the first call and the final call. Okay. My mom was already convinced. The difficult decision was to convince my father because he has to provide all the things, and safety also mattered to him.
Yes.
So I just took a 1 hour walk with him, in which I told everything. Like, I've been searching for such a things in so long, like maybe 2 attempts. I just wanted such a thing to happen, but it was not happening that way. So it was like, this was my last chance. Otherwise, I would have left CA. So I just wanted to convince him anyways. I just told him that I'll give you everything, but he said, no, I don't want your money, I just want you to be happy. So he has his branch office in Hyderabad. So he like connected that way, inquired everyone. Then he was convinced, and after talking to you also, he was convinced.
And what was the one thing which convinced you to convince him? Like, what was so strong? What was the strongest reason for you that you had to do all this?
I had a faith, like there was a transparency in and I saw in you a transparent person, like that you can only solve my issues like this.
Fair enough. Hopefully, we'll.
Yes.
Sir, I would like to add, basically, she's speaking of transparency. Basically, your confidence will actually bring in confidence. Like, this, don't you think you will do this? You know, you keep asking that question. I'm like, then you re-question yourself. Don't you think I can do it? I can do it. So it's like your confidence will actually push it through us. So that's how we get confident in you. It's like we know that this will happen.
Basically, here also he served what we were lacking. We were lacking confidence, and he
Yeah.
gave confidence. And for me also, when I was an online student, with 3-4 conversations, you understood me very well. You pinpointed some things, which usually people don't get. And you solved the problems, you gave me tricks and tips, and it was helping. So I wanted to know the multiplicatory effect of it when I come here. So yeah, I wanted that as well.
Manju, why are you still here?
What's yeah. I mean, I was always here. Last year I was here. I mean, not this place, but probably last year, last anniversary, I was at HLS. We were celebrating through a webinar, and then I was with you. And here I am, so it's a 1-year journey. And why here? To get insights on how life works and how to engineer life, and also the work aspect, like how a startup functions. Like I get to access the front and back and everything. Like I get to access, I can see the granular thing that's happening here, which otherwise is not an option or a possibility elsewhere. So I wanted to see how this works, and I always wanted to be here and build HLS. If you remember, we had this conversation last year at this point of time, almost during this time, that we should bring this 10 CAs by 10. You told me that, and I thought, oh my god, that's such a huge thing. At that moment, it felt like a huge thing. And then when we were executing it, I was a part of it. And now we are executing this together, and it feels amazing to share a vision and bring that to life. So yeah, that's what I'm here.
So, in the process of building HLS, between last anniversary to this anniversary, how did you build yourself? So, what changes do you see in yourself personally?
The first thing is I stopped this take things at face value, as we call it. Just believe that whether you analyze it later or you always have something else running in your head. They say, right? Like someone saying that, you just don't believe it. You just take them like whatever they're saying, and something else is running in your head. But I've learned that okay, if they're saying something, okay, let's believe that it's true, or let's give them that benefit of doubt. Okay, they have a problem. Let's listen to them. With that, I think I was able to put my preconceived notions aside and understand people and solve their problems. That's one really important thing that I've learned.
So, no need of back-end thinking.
Absolutely,
only
only one
thinking.
single layer thinking, single layer thinking, and the ability to work, I think, or rather, I'd say the ability to show up at any given point of time. That is some great skill I think I've come there, but not yet there, but almost there.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that. The ability to show up even though it's almost 12:23 right now, and tomorrow morning the day starts at 6 o'clock. The ability to just be there and
The day has
do
already
it.
started.
Yeah, the day has already started. So, yeah. The physical exhaustion part and the mental exhaustion part, both. I think, yeah. To stretch it a little, dead energy, and be active when you need to be. That is one thing. And the third thing I'd say, I mean, I'm saying three things you didn't ask for. The third thing is absolutism, so being absolute. I always found it very hard to, be absolute. Just a lot of things might happen. You might like someone at some point of time, you might not like someone at some point of time, but once you decide that, okay, this relationship or this, even with your parents or anyone, okay, whatever, I've even written it in my book. The relationship with one person should not depend on the actions that they do at different points of time. It should always be built. It should always be so strong that just because they do something, it shouldn't affect the relationship. So that is something I learned.
Good to know. So Rupa, yesterday around the same time, you're running after your brother, I guess. So we felt like as if we got a student into the hostel. So now today you asked some interesting questions. So what changed in this 24 hours and how are you experiencing HLS?
Change in this 24 hours. Before coming here, I know theoretically that this is a 100% PGP program. So after coming here, this 24 hours, you let me be who I am. Yeah, I slept the whole day if I observed. so I practically understood that this is going to be a 100% PGP.
So you slept happily. Okay, I'm glad that you're getting comfortable. Good to know. And the doctor CA sisters. So what is the doctor doing here?
You need to build the confidence, sir. In the first conversation only, I got some confidence by speaking to you, sir. So, to see if there is any improvement in my confidence level and that thing, I blindly trusted my sister and came, and I had only one conversation with you, sir. I didn't even see the YouTube and nothing I have saw. I just came with her to drop her. That's it.
You got
I
wrong.
had a conversation and I just blindly trusted and joined here, sir. That's it. The day before dropping me, she was like, "At what time you're gonna leave for me
Actually,
to get
they
ready?" Did not expected me
you're
that I
going
will
to
be
come
coming
to
with her.
drop me. I was like, yeah, you'll be going for 3 months, no? So let me come to drop you. That's very exciting. We didn't even expect that she'll come. We didn't even ask her to come. I just came to see the place.
But she didn't come back. Good. Ariba, how are you?
I'm good.
Hmm. So first time coming out of home.
Yes.
How's it feeling?
At first, I was really scared. My father was convinced before I was. He convinced me to come here. At first, I was really afraid to get out of my house. I wanted to do it, but I could not gather the courage to get out of my comfort zone. But then I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, because when you fail, like once, like for me, when you fail once, twice, you start to get comfortable in that feeling of getting failed. And when you're ready to start again, and but there's no motivation left, so I needed to get that motivation. So that is why I wanted to come out of my comfort zone. So that's why I'm here, and I'm now feeling well and adjusted here quite well, I believe.
Good to know. When is your sister coming?
Day after tomorrow.
Excited?
Yeah.
Or you guys fight or something else?
No, actually, I don't want to be with her. I want to.
Nice. Pranati, what's happening here? Like a lot of things happening. How you are processing this information?
Like as you see, each one of them are from different background and different reasons to come here. So I'm just processing. Okay, we are so different, and we are here for seeing one goal, and I'm sure that that goal is gonna get. It's gonna come soon, and it's gonna get here. And it's like you know, these are platform where like for me, I never had CA friends. Like all are from different backgrounds and here. And this is a place where I got like you know same base background, like you know same friends, CA friends. So I'm happy with that. You build connections.
And DK. So, what was the sentence you told? You are also an intuitive decision. The other is the conversation. So, how did that decision turn out?
It turned out well, as you can see, the result. So ask a bit more. The question should trigger. But yeah, in the beginning when I came, I didn't really know what you were doing. I thought you were a career counselor. My dad just, the first day, my dad told me that he spoke to someone he knows. I was telling my dad, I prepared this really well plan, I'm going to execute it on my own. So we had a talk where I had to drop CA. I even paid for the time classes to do CAT. I should be writing CAT in this November. So
You can actually write it, we'll do it.
we can, but then that's only valid for 1 year. So I was in a state where I was like whether to do CA or MBA. I was almost going to MBA. But then after paying classes, after going there, after something, my dad actually wanted me out of CA. My dad being a CA, he was telling me, he used to think I should sit at home, study every day. That's what I did for the first, no, that I didn't do. I was always his last minute person, sir. I thought anything you do, it'll get done. Foundation also I did in 2 weeks and then I got out. So I thought CA Inter was also like that. CA Inter first attempt, my dad helped me with the planning, but I didn't follow the whole thing, and he wasn't there with me wholly, so he regrets it. He still feels if him being a CA would have actually, spent time with me, I would have done. So I keep telling him, no, you're not wrong. So CA, when I saw the fail thing, I think it did hit me hard, but I didn't react it because a part of me already knew I'd failed, and subconsciously I started feeling. Failing without trying is better than failing after trying. So, which is not good. And then I used to tell my mom's like, what stupid thought is that? But for me, it felt failing after trying is more shameful for me than failing without trying. So I stopped trying. And then after a few attempts, it hit me that I wasted a year. That people with me have gone so far and I'm still here. And I promised my dad for the second and third attempt. He really believed me, but I didn't do anything. So he wanted me out of CA. That hit me hard. He told me I was not made for it, and I wanted to prove it. So I came back. What the fuck?
And she doesn't try. Okay.
I think everyone talking about this story makes me emotional. Oh my god.
Can you advance record her, please?
So after a long time, I feel I took a decision for myself. And my dad was the one who convinced to come here. Oh, sorry. When I first came, I thought it'd be like a mentorship kind of thing. I didn't know I had to stay here with you. I mean, on the way going back, I spent most of the time with Radha doing stuff. All the talking you were doing with my dad. So I didn't know what this still was about. So on the way to home, he was telling me, this is this thing, I was like, I'm not good. Then the whole car ride, he convinced me, no, this is good for you, that is good for you. I'm like, why don't you trust me? I can do it on my own. I was telling him my plan, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to execute this, how I'm going to execute that. But he was like, no, trust me. Yeah, he told something very. I've never seen him. I mean, I've always seen him a lot of times. So since I've seen that way, he told me. He told me that no, you have to go. The next day I came. It was so fast that it took me time to process. Next day I'm here with the luggage. The first day I came, I got into an accident. I was like, no, it's all giving wrong signs. my mom got into such a big accident. The truck hit me, and I was like, am I going? So I still feel I was telling Mitra, maybe that accident. Telling something, man, some not good struggle and stuff like that. But so people who believe in superstitions, yeah, it's hard work that pays off. Here also, I used to have these superstitions because Teja only has one lift with mirror. Whenever I used to come from Vayu to Teja, if the lift with the mirror opens, I'll pass.
Yeah, she used to do that, man. She used to do
Every
that all the time.
time.
Before results also she did that. If the lift with the mirror comes, I'll pass my result. Don't do that.
Thankfully, whenever I ask to live with the mirror.
The superstitions are right.
No, I mean, see, God helps those who help themselves. If you just pray, it won't happen. So you need a best of both. And so I'm really grateful that my father pushed me to this decision. And I built that trust over the process. Like these people, they fought for them. So they saw you, they trusted you. I never really knew you until I came that day. So I was just feeling touched by how they fought for themselves. And another thing I've learned from you is, I think you were talking to someone else over the meeting, that you do not have that self-confidence to invest in yourself. That's why you talk to parents, you don't talk to kids. Because they hesitate to invest in themselves. And every decision you've taken, it's like, nakem kavalani nen chestanu. That day you told me so. You went to that dealer and you were like, because you wanted something, you were like, I'll get this done in 6 months. But I want what I want. So the conviction of what you want and putting yourself is not dropping your value, making yourself important, but not being selfish all at the same time. So like from childhood, my sister always had favorites this, but I never had a favorite. I used to do everything on flow and kind of thing. But then after coming here, make yourself important. I mean, you can have what you want. So it's not like you're sacrificing something. So everyone deserves to have what they want. No one needs to give up on something that they want because of their own assumptions. You deserve what you want, and the world is yours. So it's just how much you want to do. So giving that pseudo sympathy that I do not have this, I failed 3 times, I don't know what to invest in myself or anything. So do not go into that pseudo sympathetic mode. Or I after these 3 attempts, I actually had no motivation to do anything. In fact, I would blame COVID also. It killed the student in me, and I really lost. I was very ambitious. I still am, but my efforts to ambitious relationship doesn't really match. So I lost the interest to do anything. So I think coming here gave me a push to do, gave me a pinch of why I'm here. I'm actually light that I'm away from house. I was so fed up of the same environment, sitting in the same room. And I think that was a good decision. And yeah, I think I did Shit.
So these are our super students, and yeah, this is how I conclude our 4th anniversary. Now you ask me how did my go? This is how it is. So can't think of a better conclusion. And thank you, Namrata, for recording this, and thank you, Dikshita, for donating the recording device. Thank you.